Time now for Football Friday Night, powered by WCTV.tv.
A big bang to start the Big Bend football season as Wakulla looks to soar to greater heights in 2024, welcoming in Port St. Joe.
And a dandy in Dublin as Maclay starts the season in Ireland, taking on Windham from New Hampshire.
But from the top of the morning to the top of the evening, a clash of old rivals as Rickards and Godby square off again at Gene Cox Stadium. Welcome into your Football Friday Night. Ryan Kelly, Sydney Wicker, start of the Florida season, Sid, and wow, what a handful of games we have for you tonight.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't get better than this. Starting with your rivals right out of the gates, why not? Let's get right into it. What do you say?
Absolutely. Rickards and Godby trying to not lose 5 in a row. The last 4 meetings have been dominated by the guys from Rick High dating back to 2020. But could the trends reverse tonight? We find out. How about a couple guys with some history against each other? John Holston hoping for his first win as a head coach, playing against his former coach. The Cougars hoping to strike first, going for a field goal in the first, but is blocked by the Raiders. Special teams get into this one, 3-0 the score at the half.
Cougars start with the ball after the break, though, and they're going to get some momentum rolling here. We'll see junior quarterback Lazarius Chambers, who's going to go ahead and rush this one in by himself. The PAT no good, though. So Godby only goes up 9-0.
Yeah, Raiders ready to strike back, however, because here comes Benjamin Henry. Going to launch one deep down the field for Tyson Saylor, and he sails on into the end zone. Rickards adds 7, and back and forth we go.
We're going to go ahead and skip to the end of this one. The Raiders coming back. They take a 22-9 lead, but the Cougars making this a one-score game now, hoping to tie things up. Chambers scrambling. He'll fight his way into the end zone. He gets the job done. Now all they need to do is this last play.
Oopsies! Yeah, about that last play. The ball is snapped. The kick is no good. Roy Andrews with the block. It carries Rickards to a victory, 22-21. The Raiders get their 5th in a row over their rivals. Quentin Lewis says they could have done it without, you guessed it, special teams.
We knew special teams were going to be the deciding factor of this game. And the mere fact that we worked on it last week and they didn't, gave us that much of an advantage, and we knew we were going to be able to do it. We counted on that, and they actually worked very hard on it, and it won the game for us tonight.
Oh, it most certainly did. 5 straight for the guys from the South Side. Beating your rivals is one thing. Doing it in that fashion is something else entirely.
Oh, this game had everything from defense stepping up in that first half to offense with those explosive plays and special teams stepping up right when they need to. It doesn't get better than this, and that's how you know you're taking on your rival.
Absolutely. And by the way, however, we're not done with Games of the Week, because unless you've been living under a rock, me boy, well, we're headed out to Dublin, Ireland. You know exactly what it is. The Maclay Marauders and the Windham Jaguars from New Hampshire. This game earlier today, Alison Posey across the pond. She's got a full recap.
Dublin or Tallahassee, the Maclay Marauders have proven they can win on any field you put them on. 35-23 the final over Windham out of New Hampshire this afternoon. The Maclay Marauders taking on Windham as part of the Global Ireland Football Tournament, and they got rolling early. First drive of the game from Maclay, George Grant to Nash Bashirs, who makes the grab with pressure all over him. He gets the pylon and the ref gives the signal. That's good for 6. Extra point is good. And it's 7-0 Maclay early. That bigger score for a while thanks to some stellar defense. 3 big 4th down stops in the first half for the Marauder D. Windham couldn't handle it. Maclay led 10-zip at the half. 22-7 now in the third. Give it up for Grant. Scrambling, getting his way out of trouble, and finding a wide open Blake Brannon, who does the rest of the work, folks. 28-7 now. And how about we tack on another score? Grant, the dime to Henry Richardson, making the grab. The final today, 35-23. The game really not even that close. 2 of those Windham scores coming in garbage time. Marauders roll to win. That offense fun to watch once it got rolling.
We looked slow. We felt like we was running slow. I thought the defense was playing great. We had to bend if it don't break. But I don't know. The guys in the second half, they took what we gave them, and they came out on fire in the second half. The way we like to play ball, the way we know we can play ball.
Coach Colley told me earlier this week the goal was to come to Dublin, get a win. This football team has now done just that. He said he can finally take a breath and truly enjoy Ireland. From Dublin, Alison Posey, WCTV Sports.
Our thanks to AP. And as early as 4 quarters media days, Coach Colley said, listen, it's fun to play this. It's an honor to play this. This is a business trip. We want this win. They certainly got it done. And as Alison said, this one not as close as the score.
Yeah, bust out the Irish jig, guys. A way to get the job done and bring it back home.
Absolutely. But hey, we are just getting started here on Football Friday night. There's this bucket that they play for in Grady and Thomas counties. Maybe you've heard of it. Cairo would really like it back. But yeah, the 6A state champ, they have something to say about that. Come on back. It's Football Friday night. Few places do high school football quite like Crawfordville, and that's why the Wakulla War Eagles student section is our nominee this week for the Battle for the Banner. Of course, the banner goes out every year to the best student section throughout the Big Bend in South Georgia. And Sid, I got to tell you, down in Crawfordville, it was a party night. You could tell they were ready for War Eagle football.
Oh, yeah, you love a good party, and I love hearing those cowbells ring. It sounds so good. Can't wait to hear how the game went.
Absolutely. Listen, I don't know if they skipped out on 4th of July fireworks in Crawfordville this year because it felt like they saved all the fireworks for tonight. J.D. Jones Stadium's where we're going. Wakulla welcoming in the Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. That's worth 1,000 points in Scrabble, by the way. Opening drive for the War Eagles, short field, and now a quick score. Danny Godbolt takes the jet sweep to the promised land, 6-0 after a missed PAT. But still the first, still all Wakulla. Owen Clee's going to put this one over the middle. A leaping Robby and Thomas finds the end zone, 13-0 in a flash. And they were not done. Take a look at this. Owen Clee's getting it. The arm strength uncorks that one. Finding the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's the outstretched arms of Thomas. You go straight to the limo. 41-13, your final War Eagle offense looks as advertised.
Not too shabby. The battle in the bucket at the Jackets Nest, a good old South Georgia tradition. Opening drive, Jackets knocking, and it's Jalen Johnson who takes it in himself for the TD. TCC up 7-0 early. Still the first. Cairo in business off of Central's turnovers. Ryan Duncan punches it in, and we are all tied up. Gotta love it for this rivalry. It's hard to keep Central offense in check. Here's Johnson back throwing. He's got Watkins behind the defense, and he's clear for takeoff. He may as well have to run all the way to Grady County. The bucket stays east of Barnett's Creek. Central gets the victory, 44-14.
All right, let's move on over. Dothan and Chiles don't have a script for this one, but the T-Wolves get this. A really interesting start for them because they go to Dothan this week and then they go to Pelham next week. But as you can see, good stuff from the Timberwolf defense here. However, I do have to tell you, it was bad news on the offensive end because it is Dothan who moves the football up 27-7, your final score. The Wolves get it down. All right, let's head on over to Suwannee and Columbia. And I'll be honest with you, we will breeze past this one because as you can tell from this field goal, this was a points at a premium type football game. Take a look at your final score. It is unfortunately Columbia victors at Tiger Stadium tonight, blanking Suwannee 13-0.
All right, great to have football back at Bobby Benson Field. The Leon Lions hosting JP2. It's the Panthers that roar first, though. Look at this catch. Tavion Dickey keeps his eyes on the ball. An acrobat catch plus yards after that. Drive, however, well, that could stall. Could Leon take advantage? Well, not here. Kent Peoples throws it the wrong way, and they're going to take advantage. Panthers on the prowl. Gavin Ford connects with Dickey again for a nice gain. Later, it's Ford in the red zone, looking to open. This one throws across his body. Nicely done. They'll get in the end zone for 6. That put two more up, and the Lions down on the road. The final score, 18-6, JP2.
Back to the Rose City. Pelham had a week 1 bye trying to knock off Thomasville tonight at the Doghouse. But the Bulldog offense had 3 quick trips to the end zone at the first, up 28-7, and Cy Wilson says let's make it more after the bubble screen goes all the way to the his A. Pelham would try to get back in this game, knocking on the door inside the 10 in the red zone, but whoopsies, it's on the ground. The Dogs are all over it. Funny that the Hornets couldn't score for that. Anyway, you get it. The Dogs make them pay. Handoff Levante Cole, 13 yards to the house, 34-7 at the half, and it got worse from there, 40-7, your final score.
All right, further east in Lowndes County, the Vikings rocking those silver helmets for the first time in over a decade. Let's go ahead and jump to the second quarter. Lowndes up to score. Senior Aylin Brown jukes the defender, cuts in, and gets the first down. Gotta love it there. Let's see what they can do on the next play. Jace Johnson, screen pass to Thomas right here. The Vikings just keep on moving the chains. They'll go ahead and get pretty close there. All right, this one's going to get handoff. Some trickery, but it goes to Thomas. He's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. The Silver Helmets return in a big way as Lowndes wins 62-0. How about that for a shutout?
Good stuff for them. 10 minutes down the road, Bazemore Hyder Stadium. Valdosta Wildcats taking on Mundy's Hill. Opening kickoff. How about this? Eli Lewis is going to get this one on the ensuing kick. And if I'm showing you the opening kickoff, you're a smart audience. You know what's about to happen. He's going to find green grass.
Take it all the way.
Field turf, technically, but you get the idea. He's going all the way. See you later. This one was an absolute rout. Take a look at your final score. Valdosta wins it 55-22.
All right, Lanier hosting Berrien in their home opener. Only 2 plays to show you, but hey, there's some pretty good ones. Look at this right here going down. Let's see if he can take this one all the way. A little sidestep, make a miss. This man's going to take it. See ya later. A quick 7-0 lead for the Dogs. Later,
Back-to-back opening drive touchdowns, by the way.
What? Let's keep it rolling, shall we? Lanier's turn for something special. Dogs trying to air it out. BJ Joes over the middle. Great job right there. Draped over the defender. Touchdown, Lanier. That's going to be the ball game for you. Let's take a look at that final score, 41-40, nail-biter.
Yeah, awesome stuff from there. Let's go to the big board, shall we? Lots of stuff to get to. I want to point out that middle right section there. Right there in the middle, Franklin County 56-8. That's only the 2nd season opening win in Franklin County history and the most points scored in program history. Congratulations to Coach Cooper and the guys. Colquitt big winners. Bainbridge loses a heartbreaker at home. And as you see there on your top left, it is Lincoln and Delaware Valley. That a neutral site game being pushed to tomorrow. Don't go away. Plays of the week, game of the week, all that good stuff after this. Wrapping it up here on the 2nd episode of Football Friday Night. Play of the week time?
Oh, yeah, let's roll it.
Play of the week time. Let's start it, and you know exactly where we had to start. Gene Cox Stadium, the game on the line, game tying PAT, and Roy Andrews says forget about it. Rickards holds off Godby to win their 5th straight in the series.
All right, number 2, Owen Cleese absolutely uncorking one here, and he'll find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow into the outstretched arms of Avion Thomas. Gotta love it. Doesn't get prettier than that.
Yeah, except the coordination here of Travion Dickey railing that one in. Beautiful stuff as JP2 takes down Leon. You know what to do. Later on tonight, I'll have that pull up on WCTV.tv. And then come on back next week for another Big Bend showdown. Of course, a year later, Adalia ravaged the Big Bend. Taylor County is still here. Wakulla is still here. And we're going to play a football game at Dorset Stadium. Cannot wait to see those two.
Super special game. Can't wait to see them leave it all out in the fields.
Absolutely. Going to be a busy day tomorrow. Go Noles. Go Rattlers. Stick with us here at WCTV. Sid, safe travels to Atlanta. And by the way, stick around for Football Friday Night Overtime on the app and on our Facebook page.